Hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this podcast, I'm going to discuss the importance of being a mentor and how to do it effectively. Welcome to the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this podcast, we'll help you to lead a more resilient professional and personal life by sharing great content to make you smarter, more energetic, emotionally healthy, financially confident, so you accomplish your professional and personal goals in spite of the challenges that are sure to come your way. You know, lots of people are willing to give advice for free, but it's often not worth the price being charged. We often have to admit to ourselves that advice giving sometimes is more of an ego-building exercise than actually trying to engage in some helpful advice or mentoring. As mentors, we often can make things way too complicated. And when we do this, it's often because we haven't mastered the material we're actually trying to mentor others on. You know, the philosopher Blaise Pascal once said in a letter to a friend, "I've made this way longer than usual because I have not had the time to make it shorter." And I think these reflections have great application to the role of being a mentor, and we too easily fall into jargon, complexity, and this often erodes our impact on others and our ability to truly mentor and encourage people in their growth. Sometimes things are just complex and it can't be distilled any further than what you've shared. However, one of the most important things mentors need to keep in mind is the absolute importance of providing clarity. It's golden to have the ability to take complex topics, distill them into essentials, and to provide clarity to the person you're providing mentorship to. So, you know, great teachers care less about their own systems and process and way more about what they need to do to get you results and clarity. Mentors who have the experience are able to see patterns and create valuable insights quickly, and they have the ability to go below the surface to see things that may not be readily obvious to other people. In general, good coaches and mentors have the ability to see through all the detail and clutter and to really truly see what matters and what matters for you. When it comes to mentorship, it's important to know the difference between foxes and hedgehogs. You know, the fox draws on many different things, experience, expertise, and ideas to provide insights. The hedgehog only knows one approach and just barrels forward. So the best experts and mentors have flexible minds. Not only do they have flexible minds, but they stay humble and they fine-tune and tweak their models to stay relevant to those around them. People who have developed the habit of learning more and new ideas are more able to be curious about others and to learn more about you to see how they can be of assistance. That curiosity is really critical for a mentor. The bottom line is if you want to become great at anything, you'll need to have a great teacher and mentor or coach in your corner. And most importantly, if you're going to be a mentor or if you're looking for one, you need to be working with an individual that understands that they take personal responsibility and ownership to help you drive results. It's not just about teaching, but to really help you drive the results that you want. When you work with a mentor, or if you have one, you need to develop the ability to work with pain, suffering, new knowledge, experience, and the current environment in order to mentor someone successfully. All of these things will shape the training experience. Coaches know that what worked with the last person may not work with you or the person you're working with. And the mentor may need to understand that they need to fine-tune and develop a flexible approach to make sure you get the results that you want. A good mentor understands that pain and reflection are really true paths to growth. We can study and we can learn, but most people only improve through challenging circumstances and environments. So if you mentor, you need to understand that sometimes pain and reflection will lead to whining, and other times it might lead to a little bit of drinking. But generally, you want to make sure that those you're working with take pain, reflection, and use it to improve. Now, it's never a straight line process. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows, but growth will take place as long as you have a plan and are patient and diligent as you coach the people around you. A good mentor understands that for someone to learn and to grow, the student needs to come to the table a bit empty and with some level of humility. They need to have a willingness to learn, and they need to prepare themselves to learn. Now, for this process, they need to cultivate a sense of wonder and curiosity. That's ideal about their lives and about the world. If you want to cultivate curiosity, which is a prerequisite for learning and growth, I'd encourage you to go to lifehack.org. They have some great articles, and I'll be attaching with this podcast some additional information and reflections that will give you some additional information to go down the path of cultivating curiosity. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. If you'd like to start a conversation about how we can deliver customized training for your staff and teams on personal resiliency and productivity, we'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you. Be sure to download the free ebook, The Resilient Professional, which has great resources to help you in your journey to professional and personal resilience.